Hey y'all, it's Lizzie Yayo with Keeping It a Bando, and today I have a great segment for you guys. People that are interested in boxing, you all will probably love this segment. I have Darius. He is a USA team member, and I'm going to let him introduce himself once he gets up on the line. Yo, I'm super stoked about this. I remember meeting him, and he's just an awesome person. He's very real. There he goes. So let me go ahead and get him on. Just invited him.
Yo,
Yo, yo,
can you
how
hear
you
me? Yep.
doing?
I'm all good, all good.
Well, I was
Okay,
letting them know that we're having a great segment. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
okay, well, look, everybody, I'm Darius Fulghum. I'm a professional boxer now. I'm really happy to be on and keep it real with you.
Period. So tell me, what got you interested or started in boxing?
Honestly, it wasn't like a typical story like everybody else. I was kind of like a lost kid. I didn't really know what I was trying to do. Really in life, I was trying to, play football, and then I got into wrestling. I got real good in wrestling, and then I ventured off, and I was like, bro, I'm trying to like really make some of myself. Um, and I was gonna do MMA at first, honestly, and then I started boxing. I fell in love with that joint immediately, and really, I made a conscious decision that I was gonna make it to the top, and I'm on my way to doing that now.
That's dope. You're doing your thing. I'm so super proud of you.
Yeah.
With practicing, I know that it takes a lot to get to where you are now. Can you like give us a rundown of how your week goes?
Well, I'm out in training camp now. I'm out in Vegas, and so it's kind of a little different than what I'm used to, right? I kind of have my own little regimen back home, but out here now, I'm in training camp with this guy named Uzgataki, and they do a lot of different stuff, but mainly I'm out here really just as a sparring partner. So I'm just trying to get a lot of different experience sparring with this dude, trying to learn from them and learn how they like to train. But we train almost every day. Really, today's like really the only day really off. But even then, it's kind of like I'm not home, so I'm kind of bored. So, when we get done with this, I'm finna get back to training. But we spar 3 times a week. Uh, we went to the mountain the other day, ran fucking 5 miles up this mountain. Bro, and I tell you, it's like 20 degrees. I'm from Texas. I'm not used to the cold. And honestly, like, I got a little sick being out there, but so I still got the little sniffles now. But that mountain was crazy, yo. And I tell you, a straight incline for 5 miles. Like, it was at no point where we running like this. So it's an interesting little camp. I'm excited to be out here. I'm learning a lot, and I'm enjoying myself for sure.
That's up. I see that we have a question here in the audience. Yeah, they want to know, what gym do you go to in Houston?
I train at this gym called Four Corners. I moved around a lot since I've been to Houston, but Four Corners Boxing Gym is where I'm at now, where I spend all my time. So I like it there. They treat me like home, and welcome me and my team. So that's where I train at. So I definitely recommend checking it out. So it's a dope gym.
So, how long have you been boxing?
I started back 2015. Um, so that's been like 7 years now,
Right.
which is crazy because it really don't feel like that long. Time kind of been flying by.
So would you say for other people that has just now getting started into the boxing field, that with hard work and dedication, it can move you up as fast as you've gotten?
Nah, I honestly do think so because I mean, really, I started late, and the important thing that was pivotal for me was really just making that decision. Like, this is what I wanted to do, and I was gonna do anything to make it happen. So when I started, I kind of got on the fast track where I was jumping at every single opportunity I had, and it really wasn't like afraid of failing. you know, because it was kind of expected. Like, you're going to fail at first, but eventually, time after time, you're going to get back up and keep going, and you eventually do what you set out to do. So I honestly think anybody can make it in this business. It's proven many times. People who started late and have made a huge name for themselves. Deontay Wilder is a good example. He started like in his 20s or something like that. Came a bronze medalist, now he's heavyweight champion of the world. You know, so not just me, but there's a lot of other examples of people to look at that have made it in this business and have done extremely well.
You are very humble.
I
Very humble.
come from a humble family, so.
Can you tell us like some of the accomplishments that you have had throughout the time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of stuff I feel like has screwed me in a sense of being in school. You know, that's kind of held back a lot of my boxing accomplishments. But school was actually one of my greatest accomplishments that I did finish. Because there's not too many people in this career field that have accomplished that. But I went off and graduated at PV at Prairie View A&M and got my nursing degree. So that was, outside of boxing, one of my biggest accomplishments, and I'm glad I got that out of the way. But now, going through boxing, I won National Golden Gloves 2018. That was my first big accomplishment. Then next after that was the Olympic trials. I won the Olympic trials to make Team USA. I represented Team USA for a couple years in hopes of going to the Olympics, right? But then obviously some unforeseen circumstances got in the way of that with COVID and all. But that was, originally my goal was to be in Tokyo for the Olympics. And then I said after that, now I turned pro. So now I'm starting my pro career. I'm 3-0 now, 3 KOs. So I'm making my climb up the ranks, It's actually really exciting, though, because it kind of reminds me when I started boxing. When I first started boxing, I was trying to climb the amateur ranks and make it to be #1 ranked in the United States, and then make Team USA to represent the U.S. against the world. Now it's kind of like the exact same thing where I'm like back now at the bottom, climb my way right back up to be a contender and fighting for a world title. So I'm excited for this journey that I'm venturing off to now.
I know that that's super exciting to know that you have that place as being a USA member and representing for the United States of America. I mean, that's
Right.
a huge thing. I know with COVID, because that was around the time that I had the pleasure of meeting you.
Right.
So, like, how did they go about that as far as people having to fight and having that be like the last fight to get you guys to the Olympics?
Yeah, it was. It's kind of hard to explain, but to simply break it down, we had not only once we won the Olympic trials and we're on the team, we still had to qualify through these other little regional qualifiers, right? So we were originally supposed to go to Argentina to compete to get our spot, but that got COVID first hit 2020, all that got canceled, and then Olympics got postponed another year, so everything got moved to the following year, and so around May of 2021 we were supposed to go back to Argentina to get our spots. And then COVID, for some reason, canceled that. And that was the only tournament that got canceled. Out of all the other regions, that was the only one that got canceled. And so, long story short, that was our only way of really getting to the Olympics. And so what they ended up doing was they went by these ranking points, and they gave a lot of the points. They dated back to like 2019, and that was like before I was on the team. Not just me and a couple of other teammates. And so that was their new qualification system, which we didn't really qualify for. So, I was very happy for all my teammates that did qualify, but it was unfortunate for me and a couple other people.
Right. I can understand the hard work that you guys put in. And during that time, you guys were still training, or they gave you stuff like emails or FaceTime, like, hey, this is what you guys need to do while you are at home.
Yeah, we they had a good little program for us, but even then, like during the whole time of COVID, we were still going up to training camps and stuff. So we still had our camps. It was just a weirder version of what we were used to doing. Like I felt like we were kind of like locked away in our rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like they had all these different protocols in place to really keep us safe from one another. So we would still go up and train, but it just wasn't the same. You know, like the camaraderie, the being around our teammates and bonding together, just wasn't really the same. You know. But we still had great sessions. They still invited other people from different countries out to the training camp to train with us, and also we were still able to go to different countries to compete still as well. It was just like I said, it was just a little different. Like it's what COVID did to a lot of people made us really isolated. You know, forced people to isolate from one another, and I didn't like that. Like I felt kind of like shackled, and I'm really big on freedom. I didn't really like that experience. Like trying to get ready for a competition, you know, it's not really good for your mindset when you're like kind of locked away, you know.
Right. Well, I see that you have pushed forward and you've been doing your thing. Can you tell us about one of your favorite one of your favorite fights or like your
Just favorite
experience?
memory,
Yeah, your favorite
favorite.
memory. That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I got like too many of them, you know. That's one thing I've really enjoyed about this journey is um, all the experience that it's brought me. Like this is something I'm like extremely passionate about, something I love, and it's really brought me, taking me all over the world, meeting so many different people, meeting um, and get to interact and really, like I said, do what I love to do. I'm really blessed and honored for that. You know, like so it's hard to really just narrow down like one experience that was like that meant like everything to me. You know, um, I think first thing that comes to my mind probably would be winning the Olympic trials. Like that was like my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was talking about that from like 2016 on. So when I missed the first go around to the Olympics 2016 because I had just started boxing. Like I missed that window for that. And right after that Olympics passed, I was talking about that for the longest. Talking about this is what I was gonna do. You know, that was like the first moment of like step towards like my dream. You know, so that's something that I always kind of just like live with me.
Where are some of the places that you been?
We've been around. So as far as like state-wise goes, you know, they training camp was always in Colorado Springs, and we also had training camp in Chula Vista in San Diego. But as far as competition goes, first competition we had was 2020. Went to Bulgaria, and we had our first tournament there. Uh, then originally we were supposed to go to Argentina, then it got canceled, and then after that we had a kind of like a break for a while the pandemic was at its peak, and then we ended up 2021 went back to Bulgaria. Um, we also went to Spain and France, and we actually went to Spain twice. We went to that same tournament twice, but that was at a different time. And I think that was pretty much it as far as like with my travel with Team USA. Um, Now recently, I just actually went to Dubai for a training camp. I was out there a couple weeks ago. It was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and that was like a pretty dope experience, you know. So I've been blessed to kind of at least travel the world doing what I love.
How is it having to be away from home? How do you deal with that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, it kind of sucks. I miss my peoples, you know. I miss my family. Um, my brother just had a baby and stuff. So, you know, I always want to be around for them, around a lot of people that I love and care about. But at the same time, I'm out here for a reason. I'm out. It's really business for me. I'm out here training, getting better, getting a lot of different experiences. So, um, that's really how I kind of like cope with it. Just understanding that this is what I'm this is my mission, what I'm set out to do with my career and my life. So it comes with sacrifices and being away from home. That's a little like a small that's a small thing compared to the bigger picture what I'm working for towards.
That's right. Who are some of the people that you had the pleasure of meeting along the way?
I can name a lot. I mean, really, I just name my whole Olympic team class. Um, so everybody on them was such a pivotal part of really my growth. Like, um, they're a lot of some of my big supporters, and I support them 1,000,000%. A lot of times, even them that are having pro fights now, I'm always making sure I'm going to their fights. If they got events, I'm real big on supporting. So I love being um, around them. They're just an amazing team that had a great pleasure of being around. And so I'm actually kind of thankful in the sense of COVID for that. Like, our time together has been so short. If COVID never did happen, COVID extended my period of time of really getting to know these guys and girls. And I'm extremely thankful for that. And a lot of my close friends and family I've met along the way through boxing. My coach, me and him were sparring partners at one point, right? And now he's really guiding my career. Some of my really close friends, we started boxing together. Now we have dreams of climbing all the way up. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have amazing people in my life.
I can't wait. I know you're going to be up there. You're going to get your belts. You're going to get those medals.
All of them.
Gold
All of
medals.
them. All of them.
All of them,
All of them.
period.
It's just a matter of time for us. It's a matter of time. So, like I said, I just got to do my part.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I know that you're going to triumph over everything that you set your passion for. Do you have any inspiring words to give out to the people?
Man, it was something that you kind of really touched on. A couple of things that come to my mind, right? And something we talked about earlier about making a decision of what you want to be and what you want to do with your life, and attacking that with everything that you got, and then have no regrets about it. A lot of times we in life and as people we attribute ourselves to one thing, right? So I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm not just a boxer. I'm more than just a boxer. You know, um, so I'm not tying my whole life to my ability, my success as a boxer. When I go into the ring, no matter what happens, if I lose, if I don't accomplish, I'm not afraid of that because that doesn't define who I am. And the people that I care about and love, regardless of what happens, they're gonna love me the same. Nothing's gonna change. So attack what you want to do at full speed. Don't look back and have no regrets.
That's a great inspiration there. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give out?
Uh, I just get always shout out my family. Shout out my coach D-Nell. I saw my boy Zach in here. I saw Ramon over here talking all this crazy mess. Shout out to my mom. I see my mom was in here not too long ago too. So shout out to her. I love my mom. And really shout out to my whole team and everybody that supported me. So I appreciate all the love, and uh, I'm gonna do what I set out to do. I promise that.
Most definitely. Thank you so much for being awesome. Can you tell everybody where they can find you at?
Yeah, really, I just use Instagram, so it's really just my name, Darius Fulghum, DariusFulghum.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, it's Keeping in the Bando with Lizzie Ayo. And we have
Yeah,
Darius Fulghum in the building.
yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Look, I broke it down. Don't look at my nails. So we're going to use it. No, I can't use that name without it broke down. Deuces. All right, y'all.
All right.
I'm a